Hey, hope you're doing well. So today's another one of those days where I've taken off work to do more work. So I've already been pretty busy this morning. We're about halfway through the day. I don't know why I look down because I don't wear a watch anymore because I haven't had one for a while. But anyways, I've already this morning had to run out and grab some more feed. This is kind of one of our big feed runs. I try to do that about every 3 months just so that I'm not overstocked and I also don't have to go all the time. And so yeah, so today's just one of those days where I just got to get caught up on stuff. So I call these days planned procrastination days, which for me means I put it all, not all, but I put off the things that I don't have to actually do until I can frankly just take a day and go do it. And so I try to plan to kind of take a day from work and do all those things at once, and that's usually running to the mill to get, feed. That's, running to get any other bedding or anything like that. It's, just taking care of kind of larger projects around the property here. So kind of today's one of those days where we're just getting stuff done. I'll admit that I really wish right about now that I had pallet forks for my tractor or a pallet jack, but I have neither. So for the time being, I'm gonna unload about 1,600 pounds worth of feed by hand. Alright, so where I live here in Tennessee, the weather has mood swings, but today is an absolutely beautiful day, and I couldn't have asked for a nicer day to have to go out and do some work outside. It's like 72 degrees out, a little bit of a breeze, it's sunny. It's a blessing. Now recently I actually talked about trying to name my young rooster, and in that video I actually asked to see if anybody had any suggestions because I was debating on what to go with. But Mr. T is here to remind me that he's Mr. T. Now then, that said, I actually had one person make a suggestion, and I actually really like that suggestion. So say hello to Petey. What's up, Petey? He's gonna be a big boy. Now while we're out here, I actually nearly forgot to mention that we also got several new hens recently. Yes, everyone knows you're around and loud. He's not a fan of me being out here right now. Anyways, we got 5 new hens. They're a couple different breeds. Honestly, I don't remember what they're all called. And they're still getting acclimated, but we introduced them a couple of nights ago, and they've been doing pretty good. I think Petey might be a golden lace Wyandotte. He was one of my mystery chicks. And I believe this one is as well. And was also a mystery chick. Now you'll see these two white hens and that dark brown one there are all new. That black and white hen is new. And I've got one more, which is this lady here. So another thing I've mentioned a few times is I've been trying to get prepared for the winter for the pigs. I talked about this shed here being the winter housing for the pigs once it starts to get really cold, especially if we're going to get like freezing or below temps. I'm going to try to bring them up closer to the house where I've got electricity. It's easier to get them water. Now they'll have their spot down in the big barn for most of the winter, but there's about a month or two where we get some pretty cold weather, and it's, again, our weather's temperamental, so I want to have this available just in case. So I wanted to show kind of the idea. So thanks to my dad, I can get those large pallets, and since the building is just kind of essentially a little pole barn and there's not a lot of reinforcement in the middle, I don't want the pigs leaning against the metal and caving it outwards. So we'll tack these pallets up in here temporary just to protect everything, protect the walls, and also keep them off of the electric fence equipment, which is on this wall. And yeah, we'll put up some, you know, netting and stuff around. And you know, if we get a deep snow, that won't stop them, but I've got a perimeter fence, so I'm not overly concerned. And once they're up here, they tend to want to stay up here. And we're also continuing to work with Lucille since she was eating chickens. Yeah, were you eating chickens? Yeah, she's been doing better. We've done a few training sessions. It's usually kind of dark by the time I get off work, so I haven't really had an opportunity to record any, but she's been doing pretty good, learning to keep her attention off the chickens and not be driven to want to play with them. I've got one hen that's out, and every once in a while, them hopping out is how, well, they've gotten eaten, because Lucille respects the electric net for obvious reasons, but them getting out is what caused them to get eaten. And obviously I can clip their wings. I just haven't really had an opportunity to clip 40 chickens' wings. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and catch her. Just wish me luck. Well, we caught her. She's freaking out though. Some of my hens are chill, and some of these younger ones, not so much. But I haven't gotten to spend as much time out here since they've been outside as I did with the original flock. The other thing that I'm working on today is we've got our big family get-together that we have every year. Or I guess for us, this will be the second year, where we'll do a little hayride around the property here for the kids. We'll do a bonfire and, you know, do pumpkin carving and, you know, just a bunch of fun stuff for the children. So I gotta finish getting prepped for that. I chopped up quite a bit of wood last weekend, and I've been getting our makeshift fire pit ready, which I showed also recently. You know, we're gonna tear down, or we've been tearing down the pool, but this will work for now. The kids have playground and close to the house. It'll be a little bit nicer than last year where we're out in the middle of the field and you had to take a bus to get back to the house. I'm gonna go and get some more straw, some bales of straw for the hayride. Gotta get gas for all the vehicles, gas for the four-wheeler, for Carolyn, diesel for the tractor, you know, all the mowers and everything else. Just gotta keep it fueled up. So today's one of those days. Finally made it back. know the lighting is kind of getting poor because we're getting into that part of the day where it's either way too bright or you stand in the shade and it washes out, which I realized was happening in the last video I shot. So forgive me for that. But anyways, so we're back. We got our straw. We are ready for our hayride for the kids. Well, almost. I still gotta move the trailer over to the tractor, and some of that I gotta unload because it's not all gonna stay on there. Some of that's I'm gonna go ahead and use as bedding, and I'm sure the pigs down at the barn would appreciate it, and they're getting a little thin. So yeah, and haven't seen Nala a lot lately, but she's still doing good. She's still our little tripod, and yeah, and she's getting a little bit chunky. Still my buddy though. All right, well, got us back up to the house, parked and ready to go for our hayride. But that's about the last interesting thing I'm going to do for the day. I've got cleanup to do, just picking up mess that I've just left laying around, putting things away, trying to stay good on that that whole being organized for the year. Well, we'll say 50-50 success on that. But yeah, just got to do some things like that, do some records keeping. You know, make sure I'm staying on track with everything, and yeah, and that'll be the rest of the day. So if you joined, thanks for watching. See you next time.